Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Year 2020, The Unexpected for Cancer, for people from cancer. Now, in the areas of job and business and finance and romance and everything that you do in your life, the road to progress or the road to difficulty will be brought to you by the calendar year 2020 planets. You have to be careful that unexpected problems can come from nowhere very quickly to get you into trouble. So you have to tell yourself that 2020, the calendar year, is where you'll have to be very cautious and don't expose yourself to unnecessary risk, whether in any area of your life at all. The calendar year 2020 has roughly about 40% energy, and that can be good for you or bad for you. And I have to say that for you coming from cancer, is going to be a troublesome 40%. It could be more. It all depends on what age you are going to be in 2020. But for a start, whatever age you are, you're going to have up to 40%, sometimes more of problems. So you have to be very cautious in 2020. You cannot take unnecessary risks in any area of your life, whether it's romance, marriage, family, whether it's job, business, financial speculation, and even in health areas. So let's go step by step. Now, since the calendar year is going to be a slippery slope for you, so what do you do about it? Well, I'm going to firstly talk to you about ages. Ages, the age that you are going to be in 2020 is going to be very important. If it is of a good age, you will control the 2020 up to 60% or maybe even a bit more. If it's not a good age, then you will fall victim to even worse things because the bad ages will jive very nicely with the bad calendar year and double up in all kinds of problems. So let me give you some sample ages. Firstly, let me give you your good ages. Now, if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75 or 84, you're going to be one very, very lucky person because these ages can override the difficulties of these four planets creating trouble for you in the calendar year 2020. But still, it will be as good as probably 60 or 65%, but that's something worthwhile in 2020 for you. I'm going to give you another sample of ages. And if you happen to be the ages of 16 or 25 or 34 or 43 or 52 or 61 or 70 or 79, you are also going to be immensely lucky, up to 60%, sometimes 65%, which will be good enough to see yourself through 2020. So you see, ages are more powerful because they are more personal to you. The calendar year 2020 is for the whole world to get into 2020 around in 24 hours time. Everybody gets into 2020. So it's the ages that are very important. Now I'm going to give you some samples of ages which are going to be creating some problems for you in 2020. And if you happen to be the ages of 17 or 26 or 35 or 44 or 53 or 62 or 71 or even 80, be very careful in 2020. Whether it's health, whether it's finances, job, business, whether it's romance, marriage, family, whether anything, little bit of a trouble will go a far, far long way to trouble you more and more in 2020. So ages like this double up all the problems as they go further and further into 2020. I'll give you another sample of ages. And if you happen to be the ages of 22 or 31 or 40 or 49 or 58 or 67 or 76 or even 85, be very careful. Things can go wrong very quickly, very unexpectedly, and you will wonder how you got yourself into such a mess. And that can happen because four planets going against you in 2020 can do things beyond your imagination against you. So these are the sample of negative ages and earlier the sample of good ages. If you're not of these ages, you'll need to see me for a 90-minute session. And this 90-minute session is to do with your next 8 or 9 years in all areas of your life, which I will predict for you. And it will cost you USD $50. But let me go on further. We'll talk about that later. Now, your palms are some things which are very special. Your palms are divided into 9 areas to show the areas where the 9 different planets can operate from your palm. And if your palms are showing a lot of good energy in 2020 for you in Cancer, coming from Cancer, then your palms will add more support for you. But if around those ages which I've mentioned, your palms are showing lines breaking down or signs which are bad, then you'll have to worry more. So seeing me for palm reading and for the horoscope would be very important for you. I'm now going to read to you the zodiac signs which in the zodiac signs in 2020 which are going to produce problems for you. So I will give you all the periods of time which are going to be trouble for you coming from Cancer. Well, firstly, you have to be careful from March the 21st to April the 19th in 2020. After that, you have to be careful from May the 22nd to June the 22nd. And after that, you'll have to be very careful from August the 23rd to September the 29th. And after that, you'll have to be careful from September the 23rd to October the 23rd. And after that, you'll have to be very cautious from December the 22nd to January the 19th in 2020. And finally, also be cautious January the 20th to February the 18th in 2020. So you can see there are many pockets of time in 2020 that will suddenly get you any time into trouble in any area of your life. Now I'm going to give you some good pockets of time in 2020 so that at least you can create some opportunities and wait for these periods of time. Firstly, July the 25th to August the 21st. And then June the 22nd to July the 22nd. And then November the 22nd to December the 21st. And also from February the 19th to March the 20th. All of this in 2020. So during these pockets of time, you can get busy to at least look for progress of some kind. Now I'm going to talk to you about direction energy, which is very, very important because 9 planets have been placed around us. And when we look north, south, east, or west, we are going to be facing some planets. So for 2020, I'm going to give you 3 directions to face, any one of the 3, so that you can have the benefit of inspiration and good luck as well in 2020. Firstly, for you coming from Cancer, I like north very much for you to face in 2020, and also northwest as well. And I also like southeast. So north, northwest, and southeast, face that for inspiration, face that for solutions, because you will be then facing your planets who are willing to help you. Next will be colors. Every time we wear a color, we immediately open a channel of energy to the planet who rules that color. So the colors which I'm going to recommend for you, 3 colors to wear as much as possible in 2020. For you coming from Cancer, the first one would be the color green. I would like you to wear that a lot. The color gray, I would like you to wear that a lot as well. And also the color purple, if you can, wear that a lot as well. Whether undergarments, top garments, contact or handkerchief, which is purple, we make contact with these colors. Now I will talk to you about compatibility with other zodiac signs in 2020. Well, obviously, you're going to have some problems. So be careful about compatibility with you coming from Cancer, with people from Aries and also people from Gemini, and also people from Virgo and Libra, and also people from Capricorn and Aquarius. These are the people coming from these sun signs or zodiac signs that will cause you a letdown or some kinds of problems or another in some area of life or another. Now, about health. Well, the 2020 can produce accidents because the planets troubling you from 2020 are moving very fast, making you hasty, impatient, impulsive. So go slow for a start, otherwise, accidents will get you. Also, be careful that your lungs are going to have difficulties, so breathing areas. And also be careful that problems with the blood related type are also going to be a trouble for you. And you coming from Cancer, you have to be careful that uric acid, your bowels, and your bladder can also trouble you. So these are the few things which I find are going to be a problem. Now, your palms are going to be very important to be seen for 2020, you coming from Cancer, because the palms will show where and how and when the problems are already marked on your palms. And when I match it to your horoscope, then I will know exactly how to tell you in which area of your life to be the most careful. Well, 2020 is, you have to be cautious that planets are moving very fast. And out of these four planets, you can have expected sudden and unexpected situations going bad. Well, I have a session of 90 minutes. And during these 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. With all that information, I'll map out your next 8 or 9 years in all areas of your life. And I'll give you added information about your lucky colors and your lucky gemstones and your lucky days and your lucky directions, on and on. And I will show you how to formulate your lucky lottery numbers in these 90 minutes with me. And I will also show you how to reach that supernatural energy that you have, that I have, that everybody has, and how to make use of that energy and how to connect with it. So all that information just for USD $50, and that will help you a great deal. Well, I look forward to getting an email for you, and this is my email address. So send me that email and I will reply to you, and let's have this 90-minute session on so that you can have your next 8 or 9 years perfectly under your control and map out your life with full control over it. It was great talking to you. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, thank you and goodbye.